I'm Eric Stark, and I'm here with Elko head coach Mark Evans. And Mark, expectations coming up for this season. You know, you won 4-5 at the end of last year. You're not going to sneak up on people this year, are you?
No, not with the returning experience that we have. But we're cautiously optimistic about that experience. You know, we have a lot of potential. But again, we also have to make sure that we're maximizing our potential and playing up to our potential.
You got a running back with 4 years experience, center with 3 years, quarterback with, 3 or 4 years too. I mean, you got some key positions where you've got guys coming back that got beat up a couple years ago. Now they're ready to inflict some pain, I think, this year.
I think they've learned their lessons the hard way. The finest steel has to go through the hottest fire. You know, learned like that a long time ago that, you know, sometimes you got to go through the school of hard knocks. So hopefully they'll be able to take all that experience that they have and apply it on the field, and hopefully we'll have success.
Most of the guys here, we're here at the LL League Media Day, folks. I should have put that in there. Are picking Catholic. Now, some people have picked you. Is it going to come down to, if you take care of business, does this come down to the end of the year again, you and Catholic at Catholic this year?
Well, that's what happened last year. I would love that for that to happen, but you know, you got to play the other 9 weeks prior to it. So we want to take one at a time.
You mentioned you guys started off slow a lot of games last year. How do you avoid that happening again? Is that something you keep reminding these guys? You didn't really get going to about halftime a lot of games last year. How do you avoid
striking first? You know, we've been talking about our theme for the year: strike first, strike fast, strike often. We want to not only just start the season right. We don't want to wait 4 weeks into it to wake up and start playing. We don't want to wait till the second half to wake up and start playing. You know, from pregame on, we want to be thinking about getting out there and starting and finishing strong.
You run a pro-style offense, sort of a spread offense, so that leads to a lot of strike first, strike often. It could.
I would hope so.
You would hope so. That's the goal, at least, right? It could be a fun offense. It could be a really fun year for you guys. And I think a lot of people, they think Catholic and Lancaster County, they're not thinking about Elko. So this is sort of a wake-up call, folks. Watch Elko this year.
Thanks for putting the bullseye on us, Eric. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. What was it like playing with Gino Torretta, and how did that prepare you playing with guys like Torretta and Michael Irvin at the University of Miami? You played offensive guard there.
Yes.
How does that prepare you for being a high school football coach?
Just being around success. You know, I think that's the one thing that when we were talking earlier is that I didn't mention was, you know, when you're around success breeds success. And I think that you come away with successful mindsets, you come away with the work ethic. And that's the one thing that with the work ethic was always one of the important things.
You were there, what were the years you were at Miami?
87 through 89.
So just at the end of Irvin, and you mentioned to me, because I was joking with you about Michael Irvin, but he was one of the hardest workers you ever were around,
Absolutely.
correct?
One of the hardest working guys I've ever been around. You know, just put everything out on the field. And you know, the success, the flamboyance that everybody sees is not really a testament to the type of person that he really is. I mean, that was his on-the-field character. But he is really a good person, and he was a hard worker, very hard worker.
Well, this is your 12th year at Elko, correct?
Correct.
You use a lot of your background with these players now. You can explain to them. They can see highlights of Michael Irvin. You can use that background of a hard worker with these guys, can't you? And the same thing, you've learned the wing tee when you were at Ship and different things you've done along the way. How has that sort of helped you to where you are now?
Well, I think as the game evolves, you know, you evolve as a coach too. I think you got to continue to get better. You got to work at it. You got to go to clinics. Got to study with coaches, read books. I'm always big into the one summer picking one coaching book to try to just get a little bit better. So we just continue to evolve.
Well, best of luck this year. Watch out for Elko, Catholic High. Could come down to that for Section 3 this year. Take care, Coach.
Thanks, Aaron.
Good luck. Thanks.
Sure.